welcome courageous Capricorns. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do your December horoscope. Now, December 2019 is a very big month for everyone because there's a lot going on in the heavens, but particularly for you, dear Capricorns, because Jupiter is changing signs and Jupiter is going into your sign on the 3rd of December. This is huge, actually, really big. So not only do we have the eclipses this month, a solar and a lunar eclipse, to deal with all of the energy that those bring up, but for you, Jupiter going into your sign means that there's likely to be a new understanding of who you are. This is likely to bring out energy from deep within your subconscious and you'll become more of who you are. It's not that you'll change your personality or anything like that, but your integrity, and when I say integrity, I mean the word like wholeness, your wholeness, the fullness of who you are and your potential, the fullness of your potential will be able to shine its way through more clearly to your awareness, to your ego, into your mind. So by the end of 2020, December 17th, Jupiter leaves your sign. By the end of 2020, you'll be a much deeper person. You'll be aware of how deep you are, whereas maybe now you sort of have little inklings of who you are, and by the end of next year you'll really know who you are. So you're likely to get these flashes of brilliance of yourself, and that'll make you feel very, very, very comfortable, very secure and proud of yourself. You know, you don't have to beat yourself up anymore. You don't have to judge yourself. You don't have to say, I did this or I did that, because your soul has been in control the whole time. Your soul's been guiding you, but perhaps you haven't been as aware of that as you could now be under this influence. So that's really huge. So everything that Jupiter touches, it magnifies and increases. So the veils that shield our eyes from what the truth is will become thinner and thinner, and you will see just who you are. So I'm very excited for you. In fact, your spiritual awareness will just take an extraordinary leap and jump sky high. So Jupiter will be giving you a sense of that. And also with Jupiter comes things like learning, knowledge, adventure, and excitement in life, you know. So you've got a lot to look forward to. On the 10th, Mercury joins Sun in your 12th house. So messages coming from your subconscious and coming into your awareness, and you'll receive a lot of insight, and that'll give you happiness. Finally understand why X, Y, Z, and all the pieces of the puzzle will start to fit together. It's almost like you've had this big puzzle with thousands of pieces and you don't know where the pieces go or whatever, and finally some of those will just click together and you'll get it. The penny will drop. The 11th sees a full moon lunar eclipse in your 6th house. So if you've had any niggly health problems, these could come up for healing and eventual release. Okay, so 6th house is also about your everyday routine and your everyday work. So there might be a little bit of turbulence there, a few things get shaken up, but it is for the better. And with that, these things come up so you can deal with them and then let them go. So you may be looking at a promotion or another job at some point too with that. So the 21st sees Venus into your 2nd house. Okay, Venus in your 2nd house is good, often refers to good news around money. Okay, so you could have a little bit of a windfall or some good luck about money that you didn't expect. Maybe something comes on special and you were going to buy it anyway, so you know, it's just lucky that you were the right person in the right time at the right place. 22nd sees the sun going into your sign, along with on Christmas Day, 25th, a new moon eclipse also in your sign. So there's so much activity there because already Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, the sun, so much going on in your first house of yourself. So in effect, you are reinventing yourself over the next 12 months. And perhaps you might see areas of your life where you've been a little bit too tough on yourself. Okay, so try to lighten up and try to have some fun, dear Capricorns, because, you know, I know that doesn't always come easy to you, socializing and having fun. Sometimes it's easier to work or just be practical and do what you need to do and get on with it. But fun is important as well. So, you know, I'm feeling very excited for you because over the next 12 months, your flashes of brilliance are really going to come out and you can show the world. You can express yourself as you are. Okay, so if you haven't watched me before do these astro, horoscope, tarot, psychic things every month, I'll just tell you how I do it. So I do that like little bit of astrology at the start, and then I do a psychic introduction and then some tarot and a psychic summary. So I'll just close my eyes now to see what I can see for you, dear Capricorns. Okay, first thing is, right, okay, I've got, yeah, okay, I get this. I've got an old-fashioned car. It's almost like a 1960s Chevy. It's one of those real big yank tanks. We used to call them here in Australia. I don't know what the Americans call them, but you know, those really huge cars. But it's like it's out of the 1960s. And it's like an old-fashioned way of getting around in the world. Dear Capricorns, you're going to modify yourself. Modernize is what I'm trying to say, but yeah, both modernize and modify yourself. You could, in fact, change your appearance, clean out your wardrobe and buy new clothes. Okay, so that's on the cards. Particularly in December, you might buy new clothes for Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Okay, I get the sense of fish. I can't see them, but I guess I can smell them. Fish are often messages from the subconscious. So the subconscious, and I'll just open my eyes now. The subconscious, oh yes, because we see here is the 12th house. Mercury joins the sun in the 12th house. Okay, your subconscious. It's a strange place. The subconscious is often or sometimes referred to as the house of the goddess. There's no real words to describe the 12th house in its entirety. I can sort of talk around it, but every 12th house is unique, individual, personal, intimate to the individual. So you know, my words are just kind of like giving you a rough kind of idea. The house of the divine, the feminine, the dark. It has its own logic and it's in its own intelligence. It's not like our intelligence, our intellect in our brains. So you can say in the subconscious, you can say 2 and 2 equals 22 because it's 2, that's 22. But in our analytical mind, we say, oh, that's 4. So it has its own kind of language, and we all need to learn what our own unique language is from deep down in our subconscious. So I suggest you start on that, and eventually you'll start to understand what your subconscious is trying to tell you. If you're in your 50s, a woman in her 50s going through menopause, what I found was that the language of my subconscious changed. Previously to menopause, I'd have a dream, and because I've been doing this all of my life, I'd understand all of the symbols pretty well in the dream of what they meant and what they were trying to tell me. But then when I went through menopause, the symbols, the meanings became different. So just be aware if you're going through that normal everyday, well, it's not every day, but that normal part, that normal cycle of life, of a woman's life, that so much changes in your physical body that it has a definite effect on your subconscious and your 12th house. But with all these energies coming up, you're going to start to maybe see or feel or hear the symbols, the language of your own subconscious. Okay, so let's now go to the board, and I will draw some tarot cards, a card for every week of the month, and just see what comes out for you. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled these cards up, dear Capricorns, but I do like to shuffle them again just quickly so they're nice and fresh. And the first one I come out with is the Knight of Swords. Okay, this knight, a knight typically is a masculine energy, but you see this is a woman, but every female of course has a masculine energy within, and every male has a feminine energy within. So this knight is out and about, and she's on the back of an eagle who is carrying her high into the sky. So this is the realms of the mind, and particularly because it's the Knight of Swords, which is all about intellect, cutting, dissecting, analysing, classifying, making decisions, those sorts of things, okay? And it's giving her the big picture. So for the first week of the month, you're being called to look at the big picture. This is about stepping forward and stepping out into the world. It's not a shy, retiring wallflower type of energy. It's an energy of really expressing yourself and getting out there in the world, okay? And when you do that, look at the big picture rather than the details, because we can all get caught up in the details of the day and, you know, can't see the wood for the trees. You know, then you might make a decision that's not exactly based on reality of what's happening at the time. Looking at the second week of December 2019 for you, courageous Capricorns, and we come up with the beautiful Queen of Wands. This is fiery, inspirational energy for getting things done. Your projects, your creativity, you're an inspiration to other people, and you'll feel inspired to get ahead and do stuff. It's not just the fiery spiritual energy coming through, because this woman is taking action as well. You can see the sunflowers in the background there, okay, indicate awareness and insight, and also happiness. You can see on her head she's wearing a crown of twigs, okay, again to indicate the earth, being in touch with the earth, being practical. Okay, those twigs will actually sprout into something that she can grow. You can see at the bottom there's a wild cat, which is very much like a Bengal cat, and that wild cat is a little message to say, be in touch with your instinct and your intuition. So all of this is fantastic in the second week. It's about organising something. Perhaps you have a dinner party or some celebrations coming up, you know, for Christmas the following week, and you have to organise everything. You have to buy Christmas gifts, and the way that you do it will be superlative. People will recognise your stamp of uniqueness upon whatever it is that you're doing that week, the second week. So a really beautiful card. The Queen of Wands, very creative, very inspirational, and getting on with the job, and people recognise her for it. Okay, now looking at Christmas week, the third week of the, well, it's not Christmas week actually, what am I saying? It's the week before Christmas. The week before Christmas for courageous Capricorns, and we're coming up with the Seven of Cups. All right, so there may have been something going on. You need to be a bit cautious here, that you're very strong with your boundaries, that you don't let people get away with overstepping the mark. You may have to say no to someone, okay? Just practice that with me. No. It's not a hard word. It's only 2 letters. And yet so many women, and particularly older women, have been socialised to say yes to every damn thing. It's ridiculous. Sorry if you count that as a swear word, but it's not fair that people think that women will just take it. Okay, this is something I feel strongly about. It's appropriate to set boundaries and to say no. So if you have a problem with saying no, please practice no. Maybe even get a little doll. I'm quite serious about this because I know people, not everybody actually realises that this is an issue, but it is. And maybe if it's an issue for you, practice saying no to a doll and then graduate to an animal, maybe a cat or a dog, and just practice saying, and eventually you'll get so used to it, you'll be able to say no to everybody, including your husband or your partner. I know that one very well. So on this card also, there's an issue about fantasy. Perhaps the situation is not exactly what you thought. Okay, you might be mistaken about something to do with the situation. Okay, so up in the corner here, you will see there's an angel coming out of a cup, and the angel's there to guide you. There's a bat here, and there's a mask here, and there's all sorts of little things coming out of the cup. So the mask, it's okay to be who you are. You don't have to put on a mask or pretend to be someone different. But with Jupiter there, all of that is fading away. So maybe it comes up for you to deal with so that you can finally put the last few tendrils of that tendency to pretend that you're okay with something. Maybe there's just a little bit more that has to be dealt with. All right, now we're looking at Christmas week, the last 10 days of the month, and see what we'll come up with. Okay, the Page of Cups. This is excellent following on from this, because this is all about expression, self-expression, really saying how it is. You'll see she's got a blue turban, the aqua blue top. That's a dark blue navy skirt with a purple border at the top. And this is about expressing your truth, who you really are. It's all about your feelings, letting your feelings out, and just saying, what it is that's going on inside of you, which is appropriate with all that 12th house energy. Okay, so see, there is also a lizard coming out of the cup. That relates to the earthly realms, physicality. So it's not just expressing your emotions, but it's calling you to make it real and to get down to the physical. So you can see there's 2 lots of black and 2 lots of blue. Black is something that is hidden. It's not an evil sort of thing. It's just something that needs your awareness to be shone on it so that you understand it. Okay, it's not evil or anything like that. And blue is about the throat chakra. So they're the sorts of energies. So we've got swords, wands, cups, and cups. Okay, so sort of mixed bag, but expression of your emotions this month, courageous Capricorns, is really important. Okay, so now what I'll do is a psychic summary for you, just to summarize all the main energies of the month. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I can see garage door opening up. So this is to allow, obviously, a car to come in and park and be secure. A car is all about your independence and how you get around in the world. So, opening this garage door and putting your car in the garage means maybe it's time for a little bit of relaxation, and to look within. Retire in your sanctuary and look within, deep into your subconscious, because there are so many messages that are likely to come out for you this month. And while I'm saying that, I can see all of this energy just kind of coming out in a vortex of energy, this light sort of energy. The word I'm getting is cleaning. Okay, cleaning. So it's like an internal detox, but you might also clean your home as well. As you clean your home, you're also cleaning yourself. And so, it's a reflection of the inner reality. Okay, they're just showing me some gold as well, because it's almost like you're going to find something really worthwhile deep within that you can then use to help you with your everyday life. Okay, well, that's it, Courageous Capricorn. Big month for you, and I hope you have a very happy and enlightening month in December. And Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate Christmas. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can see when I'm uploading videos. But have a wonderful month, and tomorrow I'll be on to the next one, which is Aquarius. I've just got Aquarius and Pisces to go. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you later. Okay, bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.